this constant, it's not necessarily a need, but this constant want of more. People are just never happy with a set amount. They always got to have more. How do you think that affects not just their lives, but the people who don't believe in that? They want to be separate from that.
Well, more is not a good in of itself. So to pursue more without end is total foolishness. Now, when you pursue more, like more money, for instance, without end, you end up sacrificing a lot of things that are of value, like your peace of mind, your sanity, and I'd say to work hard for things that aren't important, and to work hard for money that you basically don't need is basically foolishness in of itself. I mean, work is of course very physically painful, and sometimes mentally painful. It could be physical or mental, but depending on the work. And I don't care what any man says. If anybody works more than 8 hours a day, for instance, which is deemed a virtue in modern society, he's going to endure, whether he likes work or not in of itself, he's going to endure great suffering because of that. Great stress and great physical or mental pain because of that. To endure great physical, mental pain, stress, and agony for more than what you need is foolishness. You should only exert great amounts of effort in order to achieve what you need, not what you don't need or what you barely even want.
And we're also encouraged to be high-end achievers, like to do the very best at our jobs and to perform, for the same amount of money, but to try really hard and to put everything you have into it.
Yeah. Another thing is when we put all our attention towards making more money or owning more toys or technologies, we often sacrifice things that are important to us, such as food. Because we've made money a priority, we barely have any time for food anymore. And people basically, they're such in a rush to go here and to go there, and they're working so hard, they only have time for fast food, for instance, instead of slow food. So they don't take the time to make a proper meal, and so they pick up McDonald's instead, which of course tastes like crap, at least to me anyway. Some might argue with that. But it definitely sacrifices your health. So when you're sacrificing your health for things you don't need, like money, I think that generally most people would agree that, well, should agree anyway, in my opinion, that would be foolish. So, and there's many other things we sacrifice in order to get more, in order to get more money, in order to get more toys. And food is just one of the many things that we sacrifice.
Family?
It could be family. Family is another thing.
You might have to put your kids in daycare or get your relatives to take care of them.
Yeah, exactly. You might put your kids in the daycare and get your relatives to get care of them because you're not taking time to raise them properly. You're not taking time to enjoy them. And why have children if you're not taking the time to enjoy them when they're young, and take care of their social needs and show some love and some kindness and teach them what's wise from what's foolish. And if you're not there, if you're not properly raising your children, and you're just throwing them away in daycare so you can earn a few extra bucks,
which is supposed to be all for them.
Which is supposed to be all for their future. But we often sacrifice the child's present for their future, instead of children growing up and having pleasant experiences in their youth and playing and and having good food and social activities with their family and friends. They're often bombarded with homework and studying and excess work and activities, instead of just being kids, and they don't get to spend time with their parents. So I'd say family life is another thing, along with food, that we sacrifice so we can make more money.